Hi friends, so today we're going to discuss about the water challenges in agriculture. So why are we discussing this session now? It's because of the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO. FAO has released a report known as State of Food and Agriculture of the World. Okay. So State of Food and Agriculture 2020, this has been released by Food and Agriculture Organization. So according to this, there was a lot of emphasis was there on water challenge in agriculture. So according to the report, there was 3.2 billion people. Okay, there were 3.2 billion people which live in agriculture areas with high to very high water shortages or scarcity. So 3.2 billion people which is living in agriculture area is under a very high water shortage or scarcity. This was the first finding of the report, and the second finding was 1/6 of the world's population live in severely water constrained agricultural areas. So 1/6 of the world population is under severely water stressed areas. And globally, the annual amount of available freshwater resources per person has declined to more than 20% in the last 2 decades. So, for the past 2 decades, the water availability has shrunken by 20%. Okay, and also socio-economic development contributes to shifting of diets towards more water-intensive food like meat and dairy products. So this meat and dairy products have a tendency of it's very water intensive because we know meat comes from cow, buffalo and all. So this kind of meat is huge water consuming. Also dietary products is also dairy products is also very water consuming because we know dairy itself is milk and milk is, so this dairy products is also water consuming. So there are four main findings which actually we have studied. The first one is 3.2 billion people who are living in agriculture area is up to high to very high water shortage scarcity. And the second thing is 1/6 of the world's population live in severely water constrained agricultural areas, and 20% of the more than 20% of the water has been declined. Fresh water resources has been declined globally. So this is one of the important things which you can write in answer writing. Another thing is meat and dairy products, that is socio-economic development has shifted the diets towards meat and dairy products which are hugely water consuming foods, water intensive foods. And also there is rising competition for water, and the effect of climate change are leading to tensions and conflicts among the stakeholders, that is exacerbating the inequalities in access to water. That means we know poor rich divide is already there. We seen that divide during the corona times as the digital divide, and now we see in water resources or natural resources we will see that divide, because only the rich will have the access to the best water or the purest form of water because they have money to buy water. So this kind of thing will happen in future because of the inequality which will prevail over time. So water scarcity will lead to more problems in socio-economic equality. Next, when we see about India, in India's condition we know about 600 million people face high to extreme water stress, and 75% of the household do not have drinking water on their premise. 84% of the rural household does not have piped water access. So there is these numbers are huge important because these numbers are very huge, and also it showcases the condition of India. So 600 million people are facing the water stress. Also 75% of the household do not have drinking water. They do not have a drinking water on their premise. 84% of the rural household do not have piped water resources, and 75% of the country water in our country is contaminated, highly contaminated, one of the most contaminated in the world. Okay, when we see a global condition, our water is the pure, our water is the worst. Our in a water quality index we were ranked 120 out of 122 countries. So see the quality deterioration of our water. Okay, so we also know some of the strange and drastic facts, like 40% of the people or population will have no access to drinking water by 2030. So the people among us, maybe one of us will see or will have no access to drinking water by 2030. Another one is 21 cities 21 cities including New Delhi, Bangalore, Chennai and Hyderabad will run out of groundwater by 2020 and affecting 100 million people. 100 million people will be affected, and 6% of the GDP will be lost by 2050 due to the water crisis. Okay, so as of now we see like everyone have water and everyone have everything, so there is no problem. No, it's not that. There is an underlying problem which is being exacerbating over time and time. So these are the facts we should know about India and all. So why is agriculture holding to the key to tackling water scarcity in India? Why are we stressing over agriculture when it comes to water scarcity? About green revolution, and green revolution has started everything. Right from the arsenic contamination, uranium contamination, which we see in Punjab and Himachal Pradesh and all, it's because of the green revolution. So let's see how agriculture is the problem of water scarcity. We know agriculture irrigation. So the agriculture irrigation hold about 90% of the India's fresh water. Okay, so it uses about India's 90% fresh water resources used by agricultural irrigation, and that is very very bad because global average is 70%, and when it comes to India it is 90%. So that is why that is why we stress more on solar pump and all, but still we are more into water. Okay, so next is between 2000 and 2017 India's groundwater depletion increased by 23%. Most of the groundwater is being used for the irrigation only. Okay, you will know when you read the India economic development, that chapter, when you read that textbook, you will understand how drastic the condition is. And the third point is India's annual agricultural water withdrawal is highest in the world. India's annual agricultural water withdrawal. India's annual agricultural water withdrawal. Okay, so it is the highest in the world, followed by China and US. Okay, and in spite of China having larger area under irrigation than India, China withdraws much less for the agricultural purposes, and this clearly reflects that India's agricultural practices are highly water intensive and inefficient. It makes the practices unsustainable. And what has made Indian agricultural practices inefficient? Why is Indian agricultural practices are inefficient? First one is water intensive crop. When we see India's geography or India's physiological factor, we see from temperate condition to the drought-like condition, desert condition, we see every climatical factors in India. If we had used that climatical factors to the most efficient way, if we have used in the most appropriate way, and if we have used the correct crops with the correct soil and correct water condition, we should have been forefront in development or in development age, because we know when it comes to agriculture, if we develop agriculture as much as we can develop our cities, our country, and everything will flourish. Okay, so water intensive crops has been one of the main problem behind our water problem. So we know rice is a water intensive crop. Everyone know the field is filled with water, right? We have to see most modern cultivation of rice and all, because there are lot of new innovation coming up in rice, but we are still Indian farmers are unaware of such kind of things. Still we are using water intensive crops. So rice approximately utilizes 3,500 liter of water for a kilogram, for 1 kilogram of rice. Okay, when you go to supermarket or somewhere to buy rice, you have to think for 1 kilogram of rice the water is consumed is like 3,500 liters. How much cost of water is being given to the rice. Still you have to think about the condition of water in India. So unintended consequences of government policies that change the cropping patterns. We know the cropping patterns are shifting to the crops which are giving MSP or FRP. Okay, we are seeing sugarcane in Karnataka and South India and all. So sugarcane is a highly water intensive crop and it needs some kind of things and all, but Still, we are cultivating in South India and it is coming to Kerala also. So, as the government gives subsidies, farmers have the tendency to move towards that crops. You know, the condition of our farmers are very, very bad. I have given a video, a complete video on how the farmers' condition have deteriorated over time and time. I have given that in Malayalam. So those who want in English, I can do it, redo it. So if you want, you can just comment below this video. So this is about the cropping pattern. So the cropping patterns are. So when we know about the millets, okay, oil seed, pulses. So these crops has made to the marginalization. This was marginalized due to Green Revolution and was focused more on wheat and rice. Millet, oil seed, pulses were actually our integral crops, but now it's all gone because of the MSPs which was given, or the Green Revolution was due to rise in wheat. And the other thing is about the degradation of soil. Okay, the soil has been degraded. Ultimately, soil now has no fertility at all. Because of the Green Revolution, we have used pesticides, fertilizers for a more amount than what is required, and it has actually deteriorated this soil quality. So these are the main areas why Indian crops are inefficient, or Indian practices are inefficient. And also we have traditional agricultural practices. I said, like, you know, we still, our Indian agriculture is not mechanized. We have to mechanize Indian agriculture, then only we will get more profit or more productivity or more efficient utilization. Still we are using traditional practices. Most of the farmers do not know what is hydroponic, what is precision farming, what is aquaculture, or like that. So we have to incorporate such kind of modern techniques and modern water use efficient methods to the crops, like, you know, har khet ko pani, or per crop more drop. So we have to use such kind of things in the conservation of water, and we have to conserve water, otherwise we will never have a water to drink, you know. Okay, we will be commercialized. Now when we see film and all, we will see, like, you know, we are being corporate, we have been under corporate rule and all, but that condition will not happen, because we are the ones who are digging our own soils to bury ourselves. Okay, so pollution, water pollution, etc. are actually, we know what is the reason, and we are still doing that, right? Even there is everyone is doing pollution. So it all happens with us, and we have to change. And we know a lot of schemes by the government. We know, like Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana, per drop more crop, watershed development component of Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana, micro irrigation fund is there funded by NABARD, and Jal Shakti Abhiyan is there. Crop diversification and promotion of millets is there. So that the major things was there, and the MSP of the millets was hiked this year also. So this was the major things behind the water problem in India. And India is a country which is moving fast forward to the water stress area. Okay, India will soon become a water stress area. So beware and save water and be happy, be healthy. So if you have any doubts related to this topic, please comment below.